So, what are some common misconceptions about AI?
Yeah, this is a fun one. So I've been working. I was exposed to this sort of a little more on actual AI and using these tools somewhere around 2017. 2017 to 2019, while I was in school, I really didn't see a lot of misuse of the word AI. We didn't use it that loosely. But then when I moved to Silicon Valley, the Bay Area, I realized that this AI is this term that's used by big companies to just sell their product as something that is magical that can solve all their customers' problems. So every company had like a dot AI at the end of it. So I was just joking with my friends that we should start a company called Budnik.ai.
You mean Padnik AI?
Yeah. So it was basically like it's a huge marketing term. 2019 and today it's just gone even much bigger than it was. So the sort of there's this hype curve which I've read about. So you have your crazy hype, and then people are just going to lose trust, and it's going to go into the trough of disillusionment or whatever that word is. But I think we're somewhere on the top right now. So one major thing is people think AI is magic. You just throw AI at a problem, and then the problem solved, and then you can sit back and relax. They think it's very easy to deploy AI. So some conversation might be like, hey, how are we going to solve this problem? And then there's someone going to come and say, let's use AI on it. And you're like, yeah, sure, let's use AI on it. And then when it goes to the engineers, they're like, hey, what the hell? Like, what? You can't just use AI on things. So it's not easy to deploy. There's a lot of behind the scenes work that goes, that people, obviously you don't see behind the scenes because behind the scenes, right? So people don't really know about, and they take a lot for granted. The other thing is actual intelligence. The AI is not intelligent. It can seem to be intelligent. That's how you sort of sell it. Like ChatGPT seems like an intelligent thing, right? Like, but behind the scenes is just a bunch of taking some text, matching it to something else, and figuring out an answer. So behind the scenes, it's very ugly, not very presentable. But when you don't understand something, you tend to believe it's magical. So that's a huge misconception as to like, wait, what was the original point?
Like the thing was, it's not behind the scenes. Back end is not very
Back
rosy.
end is not very, it's not shown, and people obviously would not try to sort of dig into. Not everyone's going to try and dig into it, try and figure what goes on. So it all seems magical. So that's one more big misconception. And one other sort of, similar on the lines of people overusing the term, it's like a lot of like media and YouTube, wherever, they sort of have monetized this idea of like, let's use AI, let's sell some courses on AI. I see a lot of stuff like learn AI in 5 minutes. No way. I honestly, when you ask me to define AI, it's such a huge term. This is my definition. Tomorrow you go ask someone else, they're going to tell you another definition. No one has a definition for AI because AI has been there for a long time. Now people are talking about it. Now they say AI is ChatGPT. AI is something.
Okay.
But
the way I understand it, earlier machine learning used to happen. Now the same machine learning concepts, they are putting the word, the term AI to just market it is what.
Yeah.
Is it right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's
How do you differentiate between machine learning and AI?
So I think if I have a chance to edit my 10-mark answer, maybe for some bonus marks. So you think of you remember the Venn diagrams, right? This is not really a Venn diagram. I guess it is. So imagine a bunch of circles within each other. So in the broad spectrum of things, we have AI. It's so broad, even no one can really define it. Everyone, if the door opens by itself, they're going to call it AI, all kinds of stuff. So AI. And then within it, you have machine learning, and then you have data science. So what's the difference, right? So data science is a sort of, specialization where humans, look at data and they sort of analyze. They use tools and whatever, but it's up to the sort of human at the end to sort of analyze trends and produce reports on how things are going, and it has a human element to it. On the other hand, you have machine learning where the machine is taught to figure out patterns and use it on anything that it sees in the future. So data science and machine learning. Under machine learning, you have deep learning, which is another very popular term. So deep learning is a kind of machine learning. Basically, the difference is deep learning uses like a different kind of internal architecture. That's the only difference. That comes under machine learning. So it's AI, machine learning, deep learning, and on the side, some intersection is going to be data science.